Is it possible to live past 90 and still feel strong, vibrant, and independent? To not just be alive, but to truly live? For many, the idea of getting older brings worries about health declining, energy fading, and maybe losing a bit of that spark. We see others struggling and naturally wonder if that's our inevitable future too. It feels like hitting 60, 70, or even 80 automatically means a steeper hill to climb. More aches, more reliance on others. That fear can be a heavy weight, making you feel like you're just waiting for things to slow down or break down. But what if it wasn't just about luck or genetics? What if there were certain things people who live long, healthy lives tend to do consistently? Simple habits, maybe even some you're doing right now, without realizing their incredible power, that aren't just about adding years to your life, but adding life to your years, well into your 90s and beyond. It's not some complicated medical secret. It's often about how we choose to live each day. In this video, we're going to explore 6 specific habits that research and the lives of those who've thrived into their 10th decade point towards. These aren't impossible tasks. They're practical, often enjoyable parts of a life lived well. By looking at these habits, you can get a clearer picture of whether you're already on a path towards a long, fulfilling life, or if there are simple adjustments you could make. It's about empowerment, not prediction. It's about seeing the potential in your own hands. And stick around until the very end, because the last habit might just be the most surprising and perhaps the most powerful of all. So, let's begin by looking at the first habit that seems to be a hallmark of people who celebrate their 90th birthday and beyond with energy and vitality. It's something we all know is important, but perhaps we don't always think about it in the right way, or give it the consistent attention it deserves. I'm talking about staying active, but not just any kind of active. We often hear just walk more. And yes, walking is wonderful, truly fantastic for you in so many ways. But the people who seem to thrive into their 90s and past often do more than just amble. They incorporate movement into their daily lives intentionally and with variety. Think about it. Our bodies are designed to move. When we were younger, moving was just part of life. Running, playing, working, maybe dancing. As we get older, it's easy to fall into more sedentary patterns. The couch looks inviting. Chores feel bigger, and maybe aches and pains make movement seem less appealing. But staying active isn't just about burning calories or keeping your waistline in check. For people living long, healthy lives, it's about maintaining strength, balance, flexibility, and keeping your cardiovascular system humming along nicely. It's also profoundly important for your mood and cognitive function, which are just as vital for a long, happy life. So, what does staying active look like for someone aiming for 90 plus? It means finding ways to move that you enjoy and doing them consistently. It could be brisk walking. Yes, but perhaps adding some hills or intervals where you pick up the pace a little. It could be dancing, joining a class, dancing in your living room to your favorite music. It could be swimming or water aerobics, which are gentle on the joints. It could be cycling, either outdoors or on a stationary bike. The key is consistency. Aim for some form of moderate activity most days of the week. Even 30 minutes can make a significant difference. But it's not just about cardio. People who maintain their independence and mobility into older age also focus on strength training. Don't let that term scare you. Strength training doesn't mean lifting huge weights at a gym. It can be done at home with resistance bands, light dumbbells, or even just your own body weight. Things like chair squats, wall push-ups, or lifting cans of soup can build muscle strength. Why is this so important? Muscle mass naturally declines as we age, and losing muscle makes everyday tasks harder, increases the risk of falls, and slows down your metabolism. Maintaining strength helps you carry groceries, climb stairs, get out of a chair easily, and just generally feel more capable and confident. Aim for strength exercises 2 or 3 times a week. Flexibility and balance are the other critical pieces. Tai Chi, yoga, or simple stretching routines can dramatically improve your balance and reduce your risk of falls, which are a major concern as we get older. Good flexibility keeps you mobile and prevents stiffness and pain. Even just dedicating 10 to 15 minutes a day to stretching or balance exercises can make a huge difference in your quality of life. The key takeaway for this first habit is finding movement you enjoy and making it a regular, consistent part of your life. It's not about training for a marathon unless you want to. It's about keeping your body capable, strong, and balanced so you can continue to do the things you love for many, many years. It's about integrating movement so seamlessly that it feels less like a chore and more like a natural part of your day. Perhaps you walk to the shop instead of driving. Take the stairs when you can, or spend time in the garden bending and lifting. Every little bit adds up. People who live long, healthy lives often just keep moving. They don't necessarily have a rigid gym schedule, but they find ways to stay active consistently throughout their day and week. They recognize that their body is a precious vehicle for experiencing life, and they take care of it through regular motion. It's a habit that pays dividends in energy, mood, and resilience, beyond taking care of the physical body through movement. Another vital habit that seems to be a common thread among those enjoying life well into their 90s is maintaining strong social connections. This is a habit that is often underestimated in its power, yet it is incredibly important for both mental and physical health as we age. Think about the people you know who seem to thrive. Are they isolated? Or are they connected to others? More often than not, they have family, friends, or a community they interact with regularly. Loneliness is a real challenge for many as they get older. Friends may move away or pass on. Family might live far away, and it can become harder to get out and about. But the negative impact of chronic loneliness and social isolation is significant. Studies have shown that being isolated can be as detrimental to your health as smoking or obesity. It can increase the risk of depression, anxiety, cognitive decline, heart disease, and even shorten lifespan. Conversely, maintaining vibrant social connections provides a sense of belonging, support, and purpose. It gives you people to talk to share experiences with, to lean on during tough times, and to celebrate happy moments with. These connections stimulate your mind through conversation, offer emotional support, and encourage you to stay engaged with the world around you. So, how do people who live past 90 cultivate this habit? It's not necessarily about having a huge circle of hundreds of friends. It's about having meaningful connections. Whether it's with family, a few close friends, neighbors, or people you connect with through shared interests, it's about making an effort to see or speak to these people regularly. This could involve scheduling regular calls or video chats with family members who live far away. It could mean meeting up with friends for coffee, lunch, or a walk. It could be joining clubs or groups based on your hobbies, a book club, a gardening group, a walking group, a painting class, a bridge club, or a volunteer organization. These provide opportunities for regular interaction and shared activity. Perhaps it's getting involved in your local community center or place of worship. Even simple things like chatting with your neighbors can make a difference. The key is actively seeking out and nurturing relationships. It takes effort sometimes, especially if you're feeling a bit low or out of the habit. But the return on that investment is huge. People who feel connected are generally happier, more resilient, and less likely to experience the negative health outcomes associated with isolation. They have a support network that can offer practical help if needed, but more importantly, provides emotional strength and companionship. Consider the blue zones, areas in the world where people live significantly longer and healthier lives than average. One of the common threads among these communities is strong social ties and a sense of belonging. Family and social networks are central to their lives. It's a powerful reminder that human connection is not just a nice to have. It's a fundamental need that contributes significantly to longevity and well-being. Making time for social interaction, prioritizing relationships, and actively participating in communities are habits that not only make life more enjoyable in the present, but also contribute to a longer, healthier future. It's about making connection a non-negotiable part of your weekly routine, just like taking your medication or exercising. It's fuel for the soul and vital for a long, vibrant life. Now that we've talked about keeping the body moving and the importance of connecting with others, let's shift our focus to something else we interact with every single day: what we put onto our plates. The third habit that appears consistently in the lives of people living healthily into their 90s is centered around how they eat. This isn't about following fad diets or being overly restrictive. It's about a consistent, sensible approach to nourishment that provides the body with the fuel and building blocks it needs to thrive for decades. Think about the food you eat as the bricks and mortar for your body. If you use poor quality materials, the structure isn't going to last as long or be as strong. People who live long, healthy lives tend to focus on whole, unprocessed foods. This means eating plenty of fruits and vegetables, ideally a wide variety of colors to get different vitamins and minerals. It means choosing whole grains over refined ones. Think brown rice, oats, wholemeal bread. It means including sources of lean protein, whether that's fish, poultry, beans, lentils, or nuts. And it means incorporating healthy fats from sources like olive oil, avocados, nuts, and seeds. Portion control is also key. As we age, our metabolism might slow down a little, and our energy needs can change. Eating until you're comfortably satisfied, rather than stuffed, is a habit that helps maintain a healthy weight, which in turn reduces the risk of many age-related diseases. Many long-lived populations practice something called hara hachi bu, a Japanese concept from Okinawa, another blue zone that means eating until you are 80% full. It's a simple mindfulness practice that helps prevent overeating. Hydration is another often overlooked but crucial part of this habit. Drinking enough water throughout the day is essential for digestion, circulation, cognitive function, and keeping joints lubricated. Many older adults don't drink enough, sometimes because they don't feel thirsty or worry about needing the bathroom more often. But staying well hydrated is fundamental to feeling well and keeping your body's systems working efficiently. It's not just about what you eat, but also how you eat. People who live long and well often enjoy their food. They might eat meals with family or friends, turning eating into a social activity. They take their time, chew their food properly, and pay attention to what they're eating. This mindful approach can aid digestion and help you recognize when you're full. Let's think about specific foods often associated with longevity. We see a focus on plant-based foods, but not necessarily strict vegetarianism. Fish, particularly fatty fish rich in omega-3s, is often included. Legumes, beans, lentils, chickpeas are staples, providing protein, fiber, and essential nutrients. Nuts and seeds are snack favorites, full of healthy fats and antioxidants. And herbs and spices are used generously, adding flavor and offering additional health benefits. Sugary drinks, excessive amounts of processed snacks, and red meat are typically consumed sparingly, if at all. Adopting this habit isn't about perfection. It's about making consistent, sensible choices most of the time. It's about nourishing your body with real food that gives it the best chance to stay healthy and strong for a long time. It's building a pattern of eating that supports energy levels, prevents chronic diseases, and keeps your mind sharp. It's a fundamental habit that underpins so many other aspects of health and vitality, beyond the physical fuel we provide our bodies. The fourth habit we see in those enjoying long lives is effectively managing stress. We all experience stress. Regardless of age, life throws curveballs. Things happen that are out of our control. And sometimes just the daily grind can feel overwhelming, while a little bit of stress can be motivating. Chronic. Unmanaged stress takes a serious toll on the body and mind. When you're constantly stressed, your body is in a state of heightened alert. This triggers the release of stress hormones like cortisol, which, over time, can contribute to a whole host of health problems: high blood pressure, heart disease, weakened immune function, digestive issues, anxiety, depression, and even accelerated aging at a cellular level. People who live long, healthy lives aren't immune to stress, but they've developed strategies and habits for dealing with it constructively. They don't let stress fester and become a constant background noise in their lives. So, what does effective stress management look like? It's different for everyone, but it involves finding healthy ways to cope with pressure and worry, and actively making time to relax and recharge. It could be regular practice of relaxation techniques like deep breathing exercises, meditation, or gentle stretching. Even just a few minutes a day focusing on your breath can calm your nervous system. Engaging in enjoyable hobbies is a powerful stress reliever, whether it's gardening, knitting, painting, playing a musical instrument, or doing puzzles. Activities that absorb your attention and bring you pleasure are wonderful ways to switch off from worries and reduce stress levels. Spending time in nature is another habit frequently cited by those who live long and well. A walk in a park, sitting by a lake, or simply spending time tending plants can have a profoundly calming effect. Prioritizing sleep, which we'll talk about more in a moment, is also crucial for managing stress, as is regular physical activity, which we discussed earlier. Exercise is a fantastic way to burn off stress hormones and improve your mood. Sometimes, managing stress is about setting boundaries, learning to say no to commitments that are too much, limiting exposure to news or situations that cause excessive worry, or stepping away from difficult conversations when needed. It's about recognizing your limits and respecting them. For some, talking about their worries helps. This could be with a trusted friend, family member, or a professional counselor. Sharing burdens can lighten the load significantly. The key is finding what works for you and making it a regular habit. It's not about eliminating stress entirely, which isn't realistic, but about developing resilience and having tools to manage it so it doesn't overwhelm you. People who navigate life's challenges while maintaining their health into their 90s have often cultivated a calm inner core, a way of approaching difficulties with a sense of perspective and resourcefulness. They understand that worrying doesn't solve problems, but managing their reaction to worry does. This habit of consciously reducing and coping with stress is not a luxury. It's a fundamental practice for anyone hoping to live a long and healthy life. Now that we've explored the importance of managing the pressures of life, let's move on to the fifth habit that is consistently present in the lives of people who thrive into their 90s: prioritizing quality sleep. Sleep is not just a period of rest. It's a vital time when your body repairs itself, consolidates memories, and regulates hormones. Yet, so many people, particularly as they get older, struggle with getting enough good quality sleep. It's easy to dismiss sleep problems as just a normal part of aging. But consistent poor sleep can have serious consequences for long-term health. When you don't get enough restorative sleep, your body doesn't have the chance to perform all those essential tasks. This can weaken your immune system, increase inflammation, impair cognitive function, affect your mood, and increase the risk of chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and even contribute to weight gain. On the other hand, consistently getting enough good sleep supports physical recovery, sharpens your mind, improves your mood, and boosts your overall resilience. People who live long, healthy lives often report having good sleep habits. So, what does prioritizing sleep look like? It starts with creating a consistent sleep schedule, trying to go to bed and wake up around the same time each day, even on weekends, helps regulate your body's internal clock, known as the circadian rhythm. This makes it easier to fall asleep and wake up naturally. Creating a relaxing bedtime routine is also incredibly helpful. This could involve taking a warm bath, reading a book, listening to calming music, or practicing gentle stretching or meditation. The idea is to wind down and signal to your body that it's time to prepare for sleep. Avoiding stimulating activities like watching exciting TV shows, working on stressful tasks, or using electronic devices that emit blue light like phones and tablets in the hour or two before bed can make a big difference. Making sure your bedroom environment is conducive to sleep is also key. It should be dark, quiet, and cool. Blackout curtains, earplugs, or a white noise machine can help block out disturbances. What you eat and drink before bed can also impact sleep. Avoiding heavy meals, caffeine, and alcohol close to bedtime is generally recommended. While alcohol might make you feel sleepy initially, it disrupts sleep later in the night. It's also important to listen to your body. If you feel tired during the day, a short nap, ideally 20-30 minutes, can be refreshing, but long or late afternoon naps can sometimes interfere with nighttime sleep. If you consistently struggle with sleep, it's worth discussing it with your doctor. There might be underlying medical conditions or medications affecting your sleep, and there are strategies and treatments that can help. Don't just accept poor sleep as inevitable. People who enjoy vibrant health in their 90s understand that sleep is fundamental to their well-being, and they make it a priority. They respect their need for rest and create habits that support healthy sleep patterns. This habit is the foundation upon which energy, clarity, and physical health are built. It allows the body and mind to rejuvenate, preparing you for the day ahead and contributing significantly to your long-term health picture. And now, we arrive at the sixth habit, the one I hinted might be surprising, and perhaps, in many ways, the most crucial for not just reaching 90 but living those years fully. We've talked about moving the body, connecting with others, nourishing ourselves well, managing stress, and prioritizing sleep. All are vital, but the people who seem to maintain their spark, their independence, and their cognitive function late in life have one more powerful habit. They are lifelong learners and actively engage their minds. You might think, what does learning have to do with living to 90? Everything. It turns out, our brains, much like our muscles, benefit from being used. When you learn new things, challenge yourself mentally, or engage in stimulating activities, you are building and maintaining neural pathways. This helps to keep your brain sharp, improve memory, and can even help build cognitive reserve, which might make your brain more resilient to age-related changes. The idea that the brain becomes fixed and unable to learn after a certain age is simply not true. The brain has remarkable plasticity. It can continue to change and adapt throughout life. People who live long, healthy lives don't stop being curious about the world. They don't stop trying new things or learning new skills. So, what does this look like in practice? It can be incredibly varied. It could be learning a new language, which is a fantastic workout for the brain. It could be picking up a musical instrument you always wanted to play. It could be taking a class, maybe on history, art, writing, or a craft. Many universities and community colleges offer courses specifically for older adults, or there are countless resources available online. It could be simpler activities too. Reading different types of books or articles challenges your comprehension and exposes you to new ideas. Doing puzzles like crosswords, Sudoku, or jigsaw puzzles keeps your problem-solving skills sharp. Playing card games or strategic board games with others is not only mentally stimulating, but also combines it with social interaction. Even engaging in deep conversation, debating ideas, or following complex news stories can keep your mind active and engaged. The key is to regularly challenge your brain with novelty and complexity. Don't just stick to what's easy or familiar. Step outside your mental comfort zone now and then. This habit is perhaps surprising because we often focus so much on the physical aspects of aging, but maintaining cognitive vitality is just as important for a long, independent life. Someone might reach 90 physically, but if their mind isn't engaged and sharp, their quality of life can be significantly diminished. People who continue to learn and stay mentally active maintain their independence longer, stay more connected to the world, and continue to find joy and meaning in life. They retain their ability to make decisions, manage their own affairs, and contribute to conversations. This habit fuels a sense of purpose and keeps life interesting. It prevents boredom and apathy, which can also have negative effects on health. It's about nurturing your intellectual curiosity and making learning a lifelong pursuit, not something that ended when you left school or work. It's about keeping the light on upstairs, not just the lights on downstairs. It's a habit that adds depth, richness, and resilience to those extra years, ensuring they are lived fully and vibrantly. So there you have it. 6 habits that aren't guarantees, of course, but are consistently found in the lives of people who defy the odds and live long, healthy, fulfilling lives well past 90. We've talked about keeping your body moving and strong in varied ways, nurturing your connections with others, fueling your body with nourishing whole foods, finding healthy ways to manage the inevitable stresses of life, making quality sleep a true priority, and keeping your incredible mind active and engaged by continuing to learn. It might seem like a lot when you list them out, but remember, this isn't about being perfect overnight or changing everything drastically. It's about awareness and making small, consistent choices. Think about one habit you might focus on this week, or one small adjustment you could make today. Maybe it's adding a short walk, calling a friend, choosing an extra vegetable at dinner, taking a few deep breaths when you feel stressed, going to bed 15 minutes earlier, or spending 10 minutes doing a crossword puzzle. Small steps build momentum. You have more influence over your health and how you age than you might think. These habits are simple, accessible, and powerful tools in your hands. They're not a magic bullet, but they are the closest thing we have to a roadmap for increasing your chances of living a long, vibrant, and independent life. Living past 90 isn't just about surviving. It's about thriving, maintaining your ability to enjoy life, connect with loved ones, pursue your interests, and contribute to the world around you. Take heart in the fact that you are watching this, that you are thinking about these things. That curiosity and willingness to learn are already positive signs. Which of these habits are you already doing? Which one feels like something you could start working on today? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. I love reading about your journeys and what works for you. If you found this helpful or inspiring, please give the video a thumbs up. It helps others find this information. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. We explore many topics here aimed at helping you live your absolute best life at every age, with practical tips and encouraging messages. Don't ever feel that getting older means slowing down in a negative way. Embrace the wisdom, the experience, and the opportunities that each stage of life brings. Focus on nurturing these habits, and you are giving yourself the incredible gift of potentially many more years of vibrant living. Keep moving, keep connecting, keep nourishing, keep calm, keep sleeping, and keep learning. Live your best life at every age.